What's up, everybody? It is that time. It is episode 11 of Planet Xbox Podcast. We are back. It's a big week. Gamescom just happened. And there's a lot to talk about. So I am your host, Kid Smooth, aka the Best Spot. And I guess I can let everybody else speak for themselves.
What's going on, you guys? Gaming Addict here. Definitely glad to be here. Trust me, it's going to be one hell of a show. Hashtag facts. Let's get it going.
Did you just say hashtag facts?
Hey, you need to get off of me. If I want to hashtag something, I'm more than welcome to. It's my life.
Nice.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jez7780 on Twitter. Glad to be here again. Ready to talk about some Gamescom, some reactions, and some stuff that's in the news.
The world is ending.
The world is ending. Did anybody catch the solar eclipse?
No. Did anyone catch that Age of Empires? Never mind. We'll get into that later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that solar eclipse. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I completely missed it, but I wasn't really looking for it anyway, you know. But yeah, man, shout out to the chat as they slowly chime in. Shout out to King Los.
Yeah, I want to hashtag facts in the chat, actually, to be honest with you.
For what?
I just want to hashtag facts in the chat.
Okay. What is the facts? Did we miss something?
I'm just doing it to mess with you now, kid. Calm down.
Oh, okay. Just all right, so we're obviously missing a few people here, but it's okay, you know. We still gonna get this show on and popping. What did you guys want to attack first? There's a lot that happened this week. You have
we can hit the juicy thing, or you want to hit Gamescom later? And we can do Gamescom later. We can build up to these topics, and then you know, and then completely slaughter Xbox at the end of the show.
Oh my god! I don't want this to be the go-to show to slaughter Xbox. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to, like, even though there's some things I have a problem with, I feel like I'm gonna have to do a lot of combating.
No, look, it's not going to be as bad as you think, but you know, I can't front. I'm a little frustrated. Like, that is definitely the thing. Hashtag no exclusives. All
right, let's do it.
I've got those hashtags going.
Let's talk about Gamescom. Let's talk about Gamescom. What do you? I don't know what everybody's expectations were. I don't know if anybody's been listening to this podcast, but we kind of had our expectations low. I had my expectations low because we knew there was not going to be a traditional conference. I knew Phil Spencer wasn't going to be there. Thanks to Jez saying what's
Boyd.
Yeah,
my buddy. There he is.
Yeah, he says he's going to be there and whatnot. So that kind of like just lowered my expectations a lot, and so. And we got it, and everybody's like either upset, disappointed, and I want to let the angry mob speak first because
the angry mob.
Yeah, the angry mob. I have to categorize you guys as the angry mob because I don't think I'm as angry as you guys. I'm disappointed, no doubt about it, but I am not as, I guess, angry because this time I did not take my day off for work. My expectations were down. I was like, I expected something big, not big, but something as a surprise. Didn't happen. So let's start with Jez.
Well, I watched it. So I saw the reactions on Sunday. I was traveling back, and I saw the reactions on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh my God, this is trash. This is the Sunday kind of." Sit down kind of meeting that they had. This is not a press conference. I wouldn't call this a press conference as E3. So then I came back and I was like, I got to watch it for myself and see what's going on. And you definitely see it is. It's a rehearsed kind of Xbox show that they know exactly what they're there to present some news, to present some trailers. But I knew going into Gamescom that it was not going to be a press conference. As soon as Phil said he's not going to be there, I knew that this was going to be some, and then they said it was a Sunday meeting and like a Sunday like little show. So, however, they had plenty of opportunities to show things that I wish they would have shown, and they really just rehashed a lot of E3 stuff. They didn't show anything new, anything to try to gain the European audience, considering they're over in Europe and Germany. That they didn't really do anything. They even show a new Forza 7 trailer, and you know, it is what it is. I watched it. You know, I still am not changed my mind. You know, E3, they really kind of lost me with, you know, with just what they announced, the price of the console, the direction that they're going in, and then again, Gamescom did nothing really to ensure me that they're investing in the Xbox console player. And then the next day, we'll get into the Age of Empires, the togas and all that other shit that was going on. But that even did even more. But I knew about that. I knew that was not going to go to Xbox. But again, that is just, you know, they did nothing during the show. It's very telling that they did nothing during the show to really to really support the Xbox One X, besides announcing that they keep having old games remastered to 4K or 4K assets, enhancements, whatever they're calling it now. And the one problem I have from the whole conference in general is that they really did not show the games. They just keep talking and talking and talking. Aaron Greenberg just sits there. They didn't even run a trailer showing the games that he's speaking about running with 4K assets. These are old games. We know what they look like. There's no hiding. Show us running it on Xbox One. Show us the difference. Show us why it's $500. And they're still not doing it. For something that we know so much about, and we've known since last year when they announced it as Project Scorpio, still, we're in August. This thing launches in like 2 to 3 months, and it's still a secret. There's still secrets. And they have no more shows unless they do something special.
No, they got EGX, and that takes place in the UK in September, and they said they will be attending Tokyo Game Show, but
and then one other thing before
Tokyo Game Show is just a joke by this point. Let's be real here.
They'll send the guy that they'll send.
I think Phil Spencer will be at Tokyo Game Show.
He might check on his Dragon Ball Z fighting game.
All right, what about you, Gaming Addict? How'd you feel? Because you said you wish you hadn't watched it earlier. So
here's the thing, you know, what they do. The narrative right now is they're struggling with first parties. You know, they're struggling maintaining third parties. What do they do to defeat this narrative on Gamescom? Not a damn thing. You see from perspectives of. They didn't even bring new trailers, man. I mean, I think that's the biggest spit in the face. It's like, you didn't even bring new trailers to your conference. That it wasn't a conference. I think that's the biggest issue I have. It would have been different if they showed, like, you know, something related to. To
be fair, not to cut you off, but to be fair, they've brought in the past repeat trailers to Gamescoms before. Even with the Rise of the Tomb Raider, that was a repeat trailer. The only difference was it had Xbox exclusive announced at the end.
Yeah.
See, I think that's a special occasion though, because
it's not a special occasion. It happened yearly.
Because now you're announcing that it's exclusive. That right there is Gamescom worthy. It's just like, I mean, let's be real here. They came here with pretty much the same State of Decay trailer, the same Forza trailer. What else did they show? The Minecraft bundle was fire.
Speaking of that Minecraft,
until the price was released on it.
Even the price, it's still a nice looking console.
Why you need a 1 terabyte console for a 500 megabyte game?
Hey, I look more forward to getting something like that over the X.
Really? I'm looking forward to getting
900p. What? 900p.
Look, what we needed is they needed to go out there. They needed, regardless if PUBG is exclusive or not. They showed that Microsoft is 100% behind this game. So even if this game comes out anytime soon to its competition, it's going to probably be like a year after at least preview program. And preview program won't probably leave till a year from now. So you can potentially that game could be dead or, completely diminished in its viewer base by the time that comes out to the competition.
Yeah, and the one thing I'm concerned with the PUBG is that it is a preview game. It is not a retail release. This is a preview game. Look at Conan Exiles. That's an exclusive, and nobody's really talking about it because it's broken.
I mean, look how long Ark was on the platform before it went to
and We Happy Few, how that was misleading, where that was a preview program. It really wasn't the game that they showed in the trailer.
I don't think they ever came out and said that was exclusive.
No, but it was exclusive because now it's coming on PlayStation a year later. It was exclusive in preview.
Because of preview. A lot of people don't be giving Microsoft credit for their preview program. Because,
no, I think it's great. It needs to be more stuff in it.
Yeah, definitely. You know, all I'm saying is that Minecraft would have been, you know, it's in the background right now. If it would have been $2.99, you know, I feel like that should be the standard. You know, their Minecraft bundle, that should be a full blown all year round retail thing that's called the Minecraft bundle. It's $2.99. You get Minecraft with it. And I feel like that would be justified. And I think a lot of people, especially, think about how big Minecraft is. How much sales they can get just off this one, you know, themed console. And, you know, then we're like, okay, they're actually, you know, they got something here. Next day, $3.99. Never mind.
Yeah, like they got that. Think about the holiday. When is it coming out? October
3rd. October 3rd.
So you got this October 3rd for $400, and then you got the Xbox One X of $500 the next month. They're gonna have the most expensive consoles on the market unless they come out with some family bundle with those. I think, and that's the reason why they announced those Disneyland games. I bet you those games are gonna be in like a family bundle for like $250 for the holiday, like the Black Friday bundle. The Disneyland, the Pixar Rush, where they remastered 4K of Kinect games. I don't know what the hell. Who asked for that? I put on Twitter. I was like, please find me Xbox feedback of somebody requesting those games.
So, King Tiger just said that Minecraft bundle is for collectors. I agree with you.
Oh, it is.
But if it would have been set for a reasonable price, like the people in this chat, I guarantee you a lot of them isn't, what's what I'm looking for? They're not hardcore Minecraft people. You know what I'm saying? Minecraft, for the most part, it was one of the very few games that didn't just dip into the casual. It like released the flood. it flooded the entire casual market. So, you know, that's the biggest tool Microsoft has at this current time is Minecraft. And if they would have had that bundle at a reasonable price, and I really think it should be year round. You know, you should be able to go anytime you want to pick up the Minecraft bundle. It's a Minecraft thing, console, Minecraft themed controller with Minecraft with it, and I think it would sell phenomenal all year round.
Emily brings up a point in chat. Sorry to interrupt, but the Minecraft bundle is only exclusive to Target and Microsoft Store.
Whoa. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's only sold at Target and Microsoft Store.
No, that's fine, because they did the same thing with the Elite. The Xbox One Elite was only exclusive. You couldn't get that at Walmart. You can only get that at like Best Buy, GameStop, and then a Microsoft Store. You couldn't get it at like your Targets and like your Kmart.
But why is that good why is that good for us as an Xbox owner who wants to see the install base grow and have us?
It's not supposed to be meant. It's not supposed to be meant.
It's business.
It's a business move.
That's why it was like.
Otherwise, we could criticize Switch, or we could criticize
Kumbaya, man. Kumbaya. But you got to give everybody a chance. Why is it Nintendo gets exclusives over Xbox?
Nintendo did the same thing at Walmart with their Splatoon Joy-Cons.
That's a Joy-Con. That's not a controller.
No, but it's a console.
I think we can all agree Nintendo. They're notorious for making dumb ideas. Okay,
console.
It is nothing. But I'm at that point in my life where if Nintendo does something, I'm like, I'm not surprised.
Nintendo could do anything they want because they could do anything.
They got Game of the Year on their platform, man.
Yeah, they could do anything they want. Nintendo, they're in their own thing, but Xbox can't. Like, you know, they need this Minecraft bundle everywhere to show this. Like, you put it as an exclusive, limited edition in only select stores.
That's what they just did.
I know they did.
Select store.
I know they did. It's retarded.
That's the objective, though, is to get people to go to Target and buy it, or go to the Microsoft Store and buy it. It's not to exclude anyone.
But see, here's the thing, like,
to certain places.
Target's cool. Like, Microsoft should have went to a more, open retailer, because you know how far it is I have to go to a Target. You know what I'm saying?
So look, that's the way deals work. So it's like, okay, we have this Minecraft bundle.
Well, they making dumbass deals.
Listen for a second. So they'll say, hey, we have this Minecraft bundle. They'll put it out there to Walmart, Target, Best Buy, or fucking BrandSmart, and say, who wants to pick up this deal? And that company pays for that. So Target paid Microsoft more than whoever else was sent the deal. So they pay for that exclusivity to have people come to their store and buy this Minecraft bundle.
Like the Microsoft White made their money. The GameStop.
You know how I knew it was going to be bad for this event at Gamescom? When I jumped in a party and people was like, when's the conference starting? I'm like, none of these people know they're not having a conference. This is going to end bad. It's like I said,
I know it doesn't tie into the exclusive thing or something like that, but it's just the thing that ticks all of us off is that they go, we don't believe in exclusives. We don't believe taking stuff away from other players and all this other stuff. But they sign exclusive deals out the ass. So, it's like, why would you take that thing and put it just in Target and their Microsoft store? Like, it makes no sense if everybody wants it. I know that they might have paid. It was a business deal. Hey, so where's our business deals? Where's our exclusive DLCs and exclusive games, exclusive limited editions of games? We don't get anything. So our money that we're paying for is going to Taco Bell promotions and Target.
It's like, you know what I really feel like? I know this is a bad analogy and probably people are going to make fun of me, but it's like we're the first child and now they have a new child, and it's like
the Windows 10 store, yeah.
It's like we the oldest, so we ain't as important as the newborn.
Exactly. You guys can take care of yourselves.
It's like and what's funny, it's like, what, and what makes it worse is the oldest is out working to support the newborn.
Yeah. All right, before we continue, I do want to get Cycle's thoughts on Gamescom of Microsoft sit down.
I'm just going to damage control, so here we go. No, seriously, I'm just going to keep it real. Like, I don't ever think of Gamescom as this big blowout thing. I think of Gamescom as the not even a sequel, but just something to add on to E3. So you get the big announcements, the big games at E3, and then Gamescom is kind of like where you see the gameplay from those games that they talked about, or see more information on the games they talk about, and then you might get one or two other big announcements on top of that. So I didn't go into Gamescom thinking that I was going to get this big conference announcement type shit. And I think another big mistake that we're making is we're looking at this console or this Xbox One X as a new console or a new generation, and that's not what it is. It's a mid-generation console. People said they wanted more power, so they're giving them more power, and that's kind of Microsoft's mistake too, in a way, because I think if it was Sony, they would listen to the consumer and realize that the consumer thinks of this as a new console, so let's market it like that, or let's give them what they're asking for. But I think Microsoft is kind of sticking to, hey, this is a mid-generation console. We're not throwing out a new generation out here, so we're just going to let it be what it is.
I completely agree. People do, as much as we, I've been very vocal about, I don't give two shits about, that 4K aspect thing, but, this is a mid-gen console, and I do think it's unfair to think that they need to launch with some hot-ass exclusive with it.
Yeah. You think that it needs to release with a new hot exclusive. Why? Why is that?
No, I said I think it's unfair to say that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was typing on this. Go ahead.
What's up, Jansen? I don't know if he's there. Jansen, you there?
Just keep moving on. He'll come around eventually.
Yeah, but the issue is that Sony, when they did the Pro, it was very low key. They showed some differences. They said it's a little power. Mark Cerny put us all to bed with his romantic voice. And I was like,
it's romantic.
Yeah, Mark Cerny. Oh my God.
He was talking about HDR, like a basic technical school. They really low key. Microsoft came out like dicks blazing with this most powerful thing coming out there promoting this thing, and it is a little bit confusing that people think that this is a new console. Like it is a new console. It's not a mid-gen upfresh. The way Microsoft had promoted this, and remind you, this thing was so important. This thing was so big that they had to announce it when it was still a project. So everybody forgets that this thing was. We knew about this thing last year. Project Scorpio. This is how big this thing was. So you've really been promoting it for over a year now, and to say like, oh, it's just a mid-gen upgrade, it's a little. That's underselling the way Microsoft has been pushing it.
Yeah. Do you guys think that the announcement that leaked that Project Scorpio is existing, do you think that they threw that video on at the end of E3 last year?
No, they had to do that. The same reason why they dropped that bogus high fidelity VR support is to counter Sony's PlayStation 4 Pro that was coming out in their PlayStation VR. As soon as PlayStation VR came out, they came out the Project Xbox One X. They dropped the whole high fidelity VR thing. I think Todd Howard's going to go put his game on the PlayStation VR now before, even though his face was on Microsoft's video. He dropped that real quick. So they just did that as a counter to Microsoft, to knowing that Sony was going to do the Pro.
Hey, do you know what I put out of this Gamescom no more than anything? It's something I've already been saying, though, is that it feels like they're headed towards PC. Like,
oh, they are. That's
I mean,
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That's what the $500 console told me, that they care about Windows 10 and growth, and that's where they're going. They don't care about market penetration of the console. They care more about Windows 10 support, developer support, and even too, I think, and I've been saying this for a couple of weeks, is that they are more into building, getting the younger. Like, that's why these Minecraft bundles are there. They're really wrapping themselves around Minecraft. They've been owning Minecraft for a while, but it's never really been the super forefront of the company. It's been kind of the back thing. Now it's like Phil's dropping it at all his interviews going, hey guys, remember, we've got the biggest game ever, Minecraft. And they're using it as a way to entice kids coming out of college, graphic artists, stuff like that, people trying to get people on Microsoft tools to then grow up and use Microsoft tools such as Havoc, such as the Shell, Windows 10 development kits. They want to get the people coming out of school, and that's where their focus is. Their growth is that, because they realize these big budget developer things, that is like, they're not doing that anymore. That's too much money. Let's get the young indies. Let's get those people, get them on those building simulators and all that other stuff. Get them thinking about building games for us when they're starting out. Almost like an internship. That's what they're doing. And unfortunately, as Xbox hardcore people who came from the 360 and seeing Microsoft dropping big games, dropping news, getting GTA exclusive DLCs and map packs for Call of Duty and Call of Duty bundles and all that glitz and glamour, it's gone now. It's gone. It's not coming back either.
It's like, it's like I said, I just want to see that I feel like they are competing. That's all. Like, and I just don't get that feeling, which, I've said this multiple times. I do think Phil Spencer's doing a good job for the consideration of where he's been put into. People be acting like this man came into, complete positive adrenaline. Like, no, like, this dude literally came in, like, I would say people were like, oh no, 2017's worse than 2013. Hell no. In 2013, the media was against you. Everything, like, oh, so what? We had Dead Rising and what the Forza 5.
I gotta disagree on that.
No, 2013 is the reason why 2017 is the way it is right now.
I'm talking about from a games perspective.
I'm not talking. People are talking about worst year for Microsoft.
It is.
It's not.
Games-wise.
2000.
Okay, look. No, not even
that's different. Games-wise and worst year, two entirely different conversations.
I had something to play while they were getting bashed by the media. Right. I don't have anything to play now.
Right. Exactly. I don't think there was no worse year than this year. Like, here's the thing.
I was smashing up guys in Rise while Microsoft was getting killed. I'm like, yeah, don't match or quit. I'm like killing people in Rise. I'm doing Dead Rise in 4
2013.
I was good.
The thing is, here's the problem. Here's the thing for 2013, right? 2013 as a gamer, did whatever Xbox did, it did not impact me. I was still playing games. I had a ton of games to play.
But it impacted the Xbox brand more than 2017 has.
I mean, what you're saying about the brand and all the other shit, yes. But I'm talking about strictly as I'm a multi-console gamer. I buy everything, you know what I'm saying, when it comes out. For me as a gamer, I enjoy my Xbox more than anything.
Yeah.
For the games.
I just think dude, come on, man. Like,
you think
you guys
2013 was worse than this? Like, as far as producing wise,
like,
it
was better.
No,
not
2013
was better. That's what I'm saying.
You know, obviously the games were better in 2013, but I didn't say that. I said the overall Xbox year.
Yeah, 2013 still beats this ass
by far. It's not even comparison. Because, you know, a lot of the reasons that, I mean, you got Don Matcher going on you know, interviews saying, oh, if you don't, you know, armed forces don't have the internet, we got a system for you. It's the system we don't want you to buy. Like, come on,
right,
man.
They're saying the same stuff now. If you can't afford
it's the same exact thing.
you go buy an X.
Yeah, they're saying the same exact thing.
They're saying the same thing now.
They're just the thing. Here's
trying to keep people in that ecosystem is different than trying not to get people to upgrade into a different generation.
Well, the 360 was their ecosystem. Like,
yeah,
it's saying the same thing now. The Xbox One X,
promoting that Xbox to the Xbox One X is still in the same market. They were leaving the 360 behind. Two entirely different scenarios.
This is all flip flop. I mean, right now their problem isn't who they're talking to and how they're putting things out and all the PR shit. Their problem right now is not having games. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, if I had to choose between the two, I would rather just have the fucking games. Like,
we got Titanfall, man. Titanfall 1 exclusive. We had real exclusives back then.
But here's the thing I do want to touch up on, and just to get back on the Gamescom talk, is that the fact that they didn't. I was disappointed in Gamescom because all at E3, all I kept hearing when we were asking about Crackdown was, we're going to see the Crackdown multiplayer at Gamescom. Crackdown was a no-show. You know, it was like, you know, hey, remember that game?
He didn't mention it, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those type things. It was so that I was disappointed because I felt lied to. And then I feel like listening to Aaron Greenberg and everybody speak about when they would ask about like games and all this stuff, they would talk as if, you know, the fan base is like really honestly like special needs children. Like, it's the way that they would the way that they would talk about, we have, you know, a lot of games, and Aaron Greenberg deflected one question about games by talking about backwards compatibility, and I was like, no, don't do this. No. Like, I want them to sit there and address the gaping hole that they have in their first party as far as what they're lacking. And that 2017, there's better ways you can, you know, counter your lacking first party titles for 2017, and there's better ways to address them. You don't have to pamper and baby talk us like, you know, we don't know what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to remind us that Forza 7 Xbox One is the only console you can play Forza 7 on. You know,
or three generations of Xbox on.
That doesn't need to be reminded to us. Like,
there's 3 generations of Xbox with backwards compatibility.
Really quick, what is a person in his position supposed to say? He's supposed to say like, "Hey, fuck it, we ain't got shit."
Especially on a rehearsed Xbox show on Mixer. No way he's not gonna say, he's like, "We're trash."
Because they don't have shit. So what is
drop the mic
if you don't have shit? What do you say in that situation?
He's not,
you know what I mean?
Aaron, he would not say that stuff. He's gonna say, just like they were dropping 42 games all through E3. Every interview they had with an Xbox person,
man. Like,
42 games.
We just gonna have to agree to disagree on this situation because I ain't budging. Like, part of the key reason that, you know, the exclusivity is where it's at is because the brand took such a hit. They eventually started cutting budgets. You know, Quantum Break took a hit because of everything is the core center of all the problems because of 2013 and the way the reveal went. It's a domino effect.
What you're saying makes sense.
The reason why they're not getting any exclusives and stuff like that because Microsoft is just like being fucking like
cheap. They're being cheap
with them, and I don't think it's right. You don't.
Yeah,
do this
and the difference with 2013 and now is that 2013. The media and the scare and all that stuff created the message. That stuff never came to reality. This is a reality created by them and their marketing. They are saying this stuff. Nobody's interpreting it and twisting it around like in 2013. 2013, it was all twisted. People said that they were going to spy on you. Phil Spencer, like Don Matrick's going to knock on your door because he sees you through Kinect. All these things. Like, there was all crazy stuff going on.
But would you not agree that that kind of publicity is worse than what they have now? Like,
look, what you're saying. Look, if I'm Microsoft, I'm going to say yes. 2013 was our worst year. If I'm Microsoft, I'm speaking as a gamer. For me, the games were so much better in 2013.
But I said an overall Xbox year. I'm not just talking about one certain scenario of their whole brand.
No, I see what you're coming from. No, I see where he's coming from.
I'm saying that if 2013 went differently, the way that that we would expect a reveal of something like that, no DM, none of that shit. No Kinect in the box. And if the Kinect would have been in the box, it would have been on the same grounds when it comes to price wise. It would be different because there would probably be more consoles out there. But you can't be playing the what if game because obviously you never know any that kind of scenario like that. But I'm saying 2013 overall hurt the brand more than this year.
It hurt the brand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's disagreeing with that. I don't think anybody.
It did hurt the brand, but I think as a gamer, it was a better time because they were actually competitive and had games like it was.
I agree. Dead Rising was better than almost anything.
Yeah, now they're not getting banned. Like I remember in 2013, you're right. Like if you said you like Xbox, people will look at you and be like, "Shame! What is wrong with you? Like you had something wrong with you." I felt weird waiting out for the Xbox and picking it up. I thought I was gonna get eggs thrown at me because it's like. It was like the hate console. Like you couldn't say anything about it. Like it was like people would bash you if you liked it, thinking that you're like anti-consumer and stuff. So yeah, it was draconian rules. I think that's what it was like draconian.
Okay, hold on. Let me address something. I got to. Okay, the Ravenflow. Did any way, in any shape or form, did I say Dead Rising was better than Infamous? Did I say that in any form, way at all?
Today?
I know, yeah, today. He's saying that I said it was better than Infamous. Did I not say Dead Rising was better than anything Microsoft's putting out this year? Did I not say that? Was that not my exact sentence? I didn't bring up PlayStation in that.
People hear what they want to hear sometimes, man. So
I mean, it's like I said, I get it. This year has been horrible for first party games. Really. And what's sad? Me and Kid were talking. It's like I said, Xbox has nothing but themselves to blame. Nier Automata, it's not like, Sony's having such a superior year with first party. What have they dropped that's first party? Like first party, their studios made.
I said this back then, I'll say it now. Like for me, I don't even give a fuck if it's first, second, third party. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a good fucking game. That's
that's not my argument. My argument is Microsoft's not they're not chasing those JRPGs and those Japanese-based games that Sony have in their pocket, and that's why their years are better than Microsoft.
Xbox people ain't gonna buy those games.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I think Nier Automata was sold. I think Nier Automata would have sold on Xbox.
It's not an RPG.
I don't know.
It's like a Bayonetta.
I mean, regardless if the game you don't think it would have sold, I bet you they make money by porting it. You mean to tell me they won't make their money back but just porting it? Seriously, fam?
I don't know.
The developer focus has shifted, and it's really hurting the Xbox. Like, I'm not even saying like it's Sony exclusives that they're getting, but like games like stupid little ones like Pyre, Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla is on PlayStation. Why is that not on Xbox? Like, why isn't Phil going to get Brawlhalla?
That's my issue.
These are games that you pay Xbox Live for, right? To play online.
It's like, this year wouldn't have been any better if they did get, Nier. They got, all these games that Sony got because of the Japanese oriented thing that I'm assuming Microsoft doesn't pursue. But it would have been better. Instead of having 6 games that was exclusive that were fire on the other platform, you only got like 4.
Yeah, there's a lot of games on the PlayStation. Like if you just download the PlayStation app and look, there are a lot of games that have not even seen the light of day on Xbox. And
yeah, but the same thing can be said on the Xbox side. Like for every indie or small title that the PlayStation has, there's a game that Xbox has that PlayStation doesn't have. You know what I mean? It's and we're not talking about them because we're not on that side. Like, okay, well, when we're looking at the Xbox, nobody's asking where's what's the game I was just playing? Like for example, when City Skylines came out, and it was like, okay, maybe we would have got whatever you just talked about, but we didn't get City Skylines.
It's basically a Super Smash Brothers clone.
Yeah, Yeah, and you know how many Super Smash Brother clones that you can actually find?
Well, it's a very popular on PC. It's a free to play on PC, and it's like something that you would think.
But
that
Xbox has their own Super Smash Brothers clone coming.
Yeah,
too, I think
they got something with an A. I forgot. Oh, yeah. No, but what I'm saying is that if you look at the Microsoft Store, if you look at the Xbox Store, a lot of those games look like they're kind of over. They're not really games made for the like. I don't know. Some of those games look like mobile games that are on that store. And I think maybe Microsoft definitely needs better sorting because I don't like it all mixed up.
So,
I don't know.
I mean, it's like I said, someone in the chat said this podcast only talks about Xbox problems. I mean, we are an Xbox podcast and we're voicing our opinions on issues we have with the brand. But apparently you want us to talk about the competition all day. So I guess.
No, he said probably problems. He probably just want us to talk about some of the positive because everybody.
Oh, there is positives.
No, because I agree. Because the thing is, everybody's always talking about Xbox problems. Like even people who has not touched an Xbox console in 4 years talking about.
That's because they keep.
We can't talk about good Xbox news because if you do that, then you're damage controlling.
Yeah, no, right? and that's why that's why the thing about playing at Xbox, the thing is I do want to balance. We are going to talk about the things that we clearly have a problem with it, and I hear in this podcast you have some of the most prominent, and I don't know if you guys will agree to this, but I feel like in this podcast you have some of the most prominent Xbox fanboys. Like we get into arguments with PlayStation fanboys and PC fanboys all day, every day. We come here and do this podcast, and people will think that we're too hard on Xbox, and nobody never wants to identify me with being too.
I've been Xbox Live for 12 years.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Listen to what Kid just said. That you guys think we're too hard on Xbox on Kid Smooth's Xbox podcast. Like,
yeah.
It's like the thing is there is some great to talk about, but the thing is, what Microsoft needs to do for the Xbox, they do need to deliver, and they have not delivered. I want them to somehow recognize this year has been not the greatest. You know what I mean? If you asked me this question, how Xbox was doing last year, 2016, I feel like Xbox was a beast in 2016.
Real good.
2015,
good.
Beast. 2014, beast. Like my only problem is this year when I was like, wow,
it's just games.
Nothing I can point out to.
You know what? The whole 2017.
Let's be real here.
It doesn't even have. Go ahead.
Let's be real here. The only problem Microsoft has games, and that's a huge, huge problem.
Yeah.
But if they ever get that problem solved, like I can't really knack on anything else on Microsoft, like at all. Like their features are solid. They're completely, they try to be anti-consumer as much as they possibly can. It's just their pro-consumer. My bad. I was talking too fast, but that's all I can think of. I can't sit here and think of no more negative reasons besides their games, and that's why we stretch and we voice such high opinions when it comes to their first party title because it is so important, and we feel like we don't know what's happening. That's the biggest issue being an Xbox game right now is we have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, and that's in the haste as a fan, you don't want to be in the dark about anything. You want to look forward to things. You want to be able to go and look forward to see what you can pre-order and what's going on. And this would be one of the first years where I have no really super interest in anything that's first party. Yes, I'm interested in Super Lucky's Tale. And Forza, I'm just buying honestly because it's for.
Did you play the first Super Lucky, the first Lucky's
the
Tale?
VR game?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I don't have a VR headset.
Yeah, I played it.
I just want to say something too to the guys in the chat. Like, it's all good to praise and talk good about Xbox, but you have to give it to them when they're fucking up. You have to, because you want these guys to go to these meetings when they have their quarterly or end of the year meetings. You want them to go in there and say, "Fuck, we fucked up last year. We don't want that to happen again."
I mean,
I'm not even putting Xbox at fault. I think Microsoft. I think Microsoft has a.
You just want the podcast to at least not seem like we're bashing Xbox 24/7. And to be honest with you, I do agree. Like, we an Xbox podcast, like there's plenty of good qualities about this brand, but it's just at the time none of it's being talked about because what does a gaming platform do? Play games. What is the only thing we don't have right now? Games that
we have games.
Well,
we just don't have exclusives.
I'm gonna tell you why
I feel
like this. I'm gonna tell you why I feel like this is we're coming off of the two not big. I wouldn't call Gamescom biggest, but we're talking about the thing that they made us wait for.
Yeah.
Wait to E3, and we got E3, and yeah, they brought 42 games, but they didn't bring the games that I think a lot of us were looking for. Out of Phil Spencer's pocket, the big one that he's gonna drop. Some like, you know, like he said, I cherish our background, our Perfect Darks, our you know, a Battletoads, Conquer. Like, he cherishes like those IPs that he had, and he want to resurrect them. But we got a Phantom Dust that was given out for free without updated graphics. They're updating Disneyland, but not updating Phantom Dust.
Yeah, I did think that was fun.
What was Vince?
I would have recommended a Sunset Overdrive definitive edition over.
But you're not gonna get Sunset because that's another developer. This is their own in-house.
What was that bundle they showed up with all the Disney games? Because I wrote.
It's not a bundle. It's 3 separate games.
I don't know why everybody's making a big deal. It's just they're remastered for controller support and 4K support. That's all.
They were Kinect games.
See, yeah, but you gotta get those games from somewhere. Why not a platform?
Hey, do they still sell Kinect? Just
no, but they all have controller support now. That's the thing.
Here's my issue. Okay, how many times have I said on this podcast that people who lash out to Microsoft over controllers is like stupid because it's 2 entirely different divisions. But at the same time, it's like, look, man, like you clearly see people completely trolling you over these controllers. And what's the thing you announce at Gamescom? Oh yeah,
they should have ignored it.
The Gamescom thing that had to be there. People got to understand when you open up. I mean, they announced it because a lot of those regions that they were opening up to relates to that section of the world they were at.
Yeah.
So I understand the controller thing there, but at the same time, it's like, look, a lot of people feel like you know you're okay with just making money off, you know, licensing and stuff like that, and it's just like, I know that's not true. I know Microsoft, you know, they do have something.
I mean, everybody's making like you know wants to make money. If that was the case, you know, Valve would be pumping out exclusive left and right.
See, that's what people's concerns are. They're trying to pull a Valve, just sit back but like I know that's not the case. You know, Microsoft, they're working on stuff, and you know, it's just as much.
We're hoping they're working on stuff. That's the thing. They don't tell us. And he's going to hold it to him. He's not going to let us know. So, again, we hope and wait.
Well, let's look on the bright side, right? Then the Xbox One X pre-order date came, and that was well received as a lot of stores were sold out pretty quickly. Did any of you secure a pre-order?
I don't. That's a next year buy for me.
Yeah, it's a next year buy for me, but I did lock one up on Amazon.
I ain't gonna lie though, man. Like I be looking at that Minecraft bundle. Like I ain't gonna lie about that. Like
I'm thinking about getting that Minecraft bundle, but I did lock up my Xbox One X pre-order.
Like that bundle looks that
just in
Minecraft
case they have some surprise kind of show before the launch or at the launch, like a launch party, and they announce a whole bunch of games. I'll be happy to have like the pre-order, but I'm probably not going to go through with it. But I just did on Amazon.
I just want my Project Scorpio edition, you know.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. When you're talking about selling out, they're selling out the Project Scorpio edition, not the Xbox One X. So it could be a little misleading where everybody's running around saying it's sold out. And of course it's going to sell out. It's not going to be like trash. Like it's good. They have nothing wrong with the console. The problem is I just feel like that they knew this was coming and they don't have a good like a lineup or just some sort of games that really show the power.
You're disappointed in the fact that they're releasing this brand new console and they don't have the software to back it up. It's like they didn't prepare for its launch. Right?
Exactly, and we knew about this last year, which makes it even worse. Like if they just announced it at this past E3, I'll be like, okay, whatever, this is awesome. The fact that they dropped the news a year ago and we waited until this year.
He's got a point there, man. It feels like they thought they knew what the road lay for, and then they get up to the road a little bit, and then the bridge is out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing is, this is why I said, hey, I would have delayed Gears of War 4 a year.
I agree.
That's why I said that.
But man, look at this. Just now, Uncharted had a release of what is it? Of an expansion.
An expansion. Yeah.
Come on, where's a Halo expansion? I said it last week. Yeah. A Halo expansion, Gears of War expansion. I know you're not going to have a Quantum Break expansion because that developer is doing something else. You will?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Recore again. I enjoyed that game. It had a lot of flaws, a lot of flaws, but the foundation's there. I hope they make a sequel. See, how many of you guys actually beat the game?
I didn't beat it.
That game did not interest me. I played the trial.
So so you played the trial. You didn't even play the game.
No. So that's why I'm not talking bad about the game. I just never played it. I had no interest in it.
Recore.
That's not the games I want from Xbox.
Recore has a lot of bad features, but it's a lot of the issues that had that game didn't come from, the overall gameplay mechanics. It was stuff they built on the gameplay mechanics. It was stuff that they put in the house, not the foundation. They can fix all that with a sequel. I mean, look how many games the sequel was better than the prequel.
I think that game just needed a little bit more polish. Like,
I agree. It needs a AAA budget. That's what it needs. It needs more money rolling behind it because
so people are just polishing the game. They're not adding anything to it. They're not giving it a AAA budget. Just polishing.
It seems like they've put new stuff in it. Like I don't remember sandstorms in the original one. Do you, kid?
In the sandstorms in the original Recore?
In the original Recore, I do not.
No, there was no sandstorms unless there was a dungeon.
In that trailer, there was a sandstorm out in the open. So I mean, maybe this is the actual game that was supposed to come out.
Let's look at the Recore Definitive Edition. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm playing it. I already have it, so why should I not at least play it?
Yeah, it's cool that they upgrade it for free. I think that's cool that it gets upgraded.
That's just to be expected, man. That's the one thing that kept irking me.
Did they do that with Ori? They didn't do it with Ori.
They did it with Ori.
They did. No, it was an upgrade. I thought $10, so it's discounted.
Look, when I kept hearing them say we're doing this, we're upgrading this, and it's all for free, I was like, okay,
yeah, you're right.
Expected,
exactly. What's that mean? What the hell's that mean? People be selling $15 patches for 4K access.
Yeah, I did think that was funny. They did put
a lot for free.
They did put a lot of.
I don't know why they keep
behind
saying free though. Yeah,
they did put a lot of.
Is it going to be free up to November 7th, and then after that, everybody's going to start putting $15 patches out? I hope not.
But it's like I said, when it comes to Recore, look, a lot of people started hating on Recore because of what people thought about Recore, and there's no denying it. This game's got its issues. It is not a phenomenal game. I think people mix up trash games with average games a lot. Like a game could be average and everyone thinks it's trash. Like there's very few games out there that's not at least worth a playthrough.
Recore is worth a playthrough. Like I said, my issue, the reason why I felt like I had to force myself to get through it was because of the cores. The game itself, I enjoyed. The gameplay itself, the platforming, it was the cores because I felt like I was never going to find all the cores to get to, spoiler alert, to get to where I need to get to finish the game, and that bugged me. And that was only about, I think, 15 cores behind when I stopped playing before I picked it up and started playing again.
Raven Flow wants us to review Recore. You think
the original one had HDR, right?
We can do that. The original one did not have HDR. We were waiting for
patch it in.
We were waiting for HDR, and we were waiting for that core bot that they keep advertising in this trailer.
So now it's in the definitive edition.
Now it's in the definitive edition.
Here's a question though: do you guys think that game made money?
Yeah.
Which one? Recore? Yeah. I think so.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing where people
mess. It was cheaper.
Here's the thing people mess up when it comes to stuff like Halo Wars 2, Recore. They see, it didn't sell, 1.2 million easy. It flopped. It's like, look, there's a difference between a game that costs millions and millions of dollars to make and a game that costs a fraction of it that still got less sales.
Yeah, Recore was made with Unity. I'm sure the budget behind this game did not touch $1 million, man. So it was made with the Unity engine. So but
Recore is what they want. They want Unity. They want those tools being used. So that's like a game that that's why they're pushing it.
If you look at the background, the game looks better than I remember. Maybe that's the 4K textures or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it looks better.
I like the new box art, man. Yeah, I don't know why. See, you know what? I can't stand. A lot of people talk they trash about Recore, and a lot of people that talk their trash and looking at the sales haven't even played the game. They don't even know what the control layout or nothing is. But they swear up and down that is this, that, and the third. I come across people, whether it be in other podcasts, other YouTubers, to tell you how bad the game is, but they haven't played. They haven't beat it. They haven't done anything to really give that proper opinion.
Kid, I honestly think you never would have beat Recore if I didn't beat it. Because
that
felt like you had to.
No, that bothered me. I was like, because the thing is, I pride myself. If I'm going to beat a game, I'm definitely going to beat an Xbox exclusive game, right? But when I found out that Addict was just picking up Recore, and he was about to beat it, I was like, fuck no.
4 days.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. Have y'all ever played a game where you finished and you was like, this shit was trash? Like, have you ever played a trash game? Have you ever thought a game was trash?
I honestly think that if you finish a game, I don't think it could.
It's trash.
Like,
exactly.
How do you finish a game when it's straight up trash and you don't want? Then it's an average game. You can finish an average game. You can't finish trash.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I just was thinking that because I feel like I can't think of any game that's been like that where I finished it and it was like, this game totally sucked.
But you know what was funny? I was in the party when Kid was doing those final dungeon puzzles, those platforming puzzles. I ain't never seen him rage so hard because they are some of those last floors in that Tower of Eden. They test you, man. Like some of the weird situations they try to put you in.
There was one game that I did feel like at the end of it, I'm like, oh, that wasn't that great, and it was Quantum Break. Like after I beat
fuck
it,
y'all, man, y'all can't say that.
You didn't like.
That is the one game that I did play, and I was like, I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, that wasn't that great.
I feel like that shit.
I did enjoy Quantum Break to an extent. Like I said, there's
no, I liked the game, but like the whole the story, the way it wrapped up, like it was just. I was like, eh.
I can tell you what, they could have made that game cheaper. They didn't need those damn live action in between.
Oh yeah, they didn't. No,
they could have used. I would have used CGI. I would have even used comics.
They needed more combat.
I think them putting those live action things in there and them hiring those, high expensive actors and shit to put in that game, I think that was setting that game up to fail. That's crazy, because then you're never going to get that kind of money back in return.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I mean, for me, it helped draw me in, and for me, like I guess it's the way I play games. Like I don't want to sit there and do the same shit or play the same game, like the same shit over and over again. Like I want to break sometime. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so when I got the break, it was like, okay, when I'm chilling or whatever, I can continue on to the story and I can get some more, back in on the story and all that kind of shit. And then it gets back right into the game. Like for me, it was a good process. It wasn't too long.
Yeah, but it needed more combat. The combat was fun. I liked the combat, but it was just like you had these you knew where it was coming, and they needed
I felt like the show could have been
and better time powers.
I felt like the show could have been replaced with gameplay as the antagonist. Like, I just feel like there was better ways you could have went on with that game. But I didn't fully beat it. That was one of those games that
you didn't finish it.
I started it. Have I ever came out openly and said I beat Quantum Break? Have I ever said those words?
No, but you should have beat.
Because it's like what we were talking earlier. It's just like I couldn't finish it. I just couldn't. But I will say something, and I hate that I'm about to say this shit.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Sunset Overdrive is an okay game.
Did you finish it?
Oh,
did you finish that?
No, not yet. I'm still playing.
See, man, come on. That game was fun.
No, trust me. Me saying that game's okay is improvement. Okay?
But
being nice.
The reason, and think about it, what about if Quantum Break had a wave-based co-op with the combat?
What the fuck? No.
Wave-based fighting? Why wave-based fighting? That's basically what the segments were. Like
not happening, Tiger. I will not finish Quantum Break.
You wouldn't, but I'm saying, like, would it change the game if you had a wave-based combat to use all your time powers and make all combo chains and all that other stuff? Almost similar to like
no, man. I mean, go ahead, finish.
I'm saying, I'm saying, my whole problem with, and I don't want to get on the Microsoft problem thing, but we pay for Xbox Live. We play for online multiplayer.
Yep.
They should ensure that, like they used to, that there is some sort of online functionality in their exclusive games.
Dude.
So the reason why I like it is because I like heavy, single player. I just like that. I'm an old school type gamer. Like I like heavy story driven games and stuff like that. For me, as a kid, I've always wanted to be like, get as close to the movies as I can, or get close to the TV as I can, as far as with the graphics and shit like that. And so I feel like for me, it was the ultimate game because it hit on all aspects.
I do agree with you, man. It's nice to have a narrative story, and you know what I've been told, that game's a good narrative focused story.
You could have both.
You can.
Yeah, it's just if you guys were to name one game that was the best game Microsoft put out this year, not necessarily
this year
exclusive, or you know, it could be a third party.
You said this gen or this year?
This gen.
Oh, okay.
Not this year. Okay, not this year.
I'm like, hold on.
One game.
It's sad when it's looking like Cuphead might be the best game coming out this year.
Yeah, but did you see that now? That is going to have local co-op, and they're not going to put online co-op.
It's always been like that.
That's been, yes.
I was actually going to make a video. Let's talk about that real quick. Why is Microsoft not making that multiplayer? Like, I don't understand that.
Well,
like,
Microsoft isn't making the game.
Well, they should push for it, man. They should.
And add another 2-year delay to it. You see how long they've been working on that damn game?
I just don't understand.
It should have fucking 4-player co-op. How long it took?
I just look, if it's already built for couch co-op, like I just
right. Like, I mean, it feels like it should be software based, right? Like if everything's already built and you can already play co-op, why wouldn't you be able to? You know what I'm saying? That should be like something that has to do with software and stuff.
No,
I don't know.
All the easy kits, all the little things that they show at all their dev sessions, how it's easy, port it over, bring it over. Why, if it's so easy, why is it not being done? And it's going to be considered later on. Are they going to see how it sells?
When I asked him on Twitter, he said it's money. They asked why, and so he was like, it's money, time, and network, or something else that he said.
But I mean, I feel like, look, when it comes down to it, I feel like Cuphead would do way better if it was multiplayer.
I think it's gonna do good regardless.
Oh, it's gonna do good because it's been hyped like a motherfucker. Dude, but you know,
hopefully they release it as a retail as well. Like it needs to be like on store shelves as well. Like
people are gonna buy that game thinking it has online multiplayer, and they're gonna be pissed off when it comes out and they realize.
Oh yeah, they will.
Yeah, see, that's a good point. Triggerman said couch co-op, Microsoft turning into Nintendo. I would not go that far.
See, okay? I don't like that.
I will never compare anything Microsoft does to Nintendo.
Here's the bull crap I don't like. I don't understand how people will sit there and condemn a game for having only couch co-op, but then condemn a game like Halo for removing couch co-op.
Because at least the multiplayer was still optional. It's not optional in Cuphead. It's just like if you don't have like, dude, I don't.
How much is Cuphead again?
It's like what, 30?
20, 30.
But my point, it's not the price. It's not anything relative to that. It's just I feel like it's a mistake not to make sure that game had multiplayer co-op. Like, who uses couch co-op anymore? Like,
I totally
and what's funny is the same people that will be, you know, the same people that defend this is the same people that went at Nintendo for making their Dynasty Warriors Zelda clone couch co-op only.
But why? The thing is that this is my thing. If you're an Xbox Live user, you are subscribing to play multiplayer. Or if you talk about Games of Gold, we could talk about that. But you have a paid install base. We're subscribers. You subscribe to a magazine. You subscribe to a service. They should ensure that their games have some sort of online functionality like they used to do. Yeah, leaderboards. They used to do that to compensate for like not thing. But like, I understand the developer doesn't have time, but why isn't Microsoft making sure that they're giving them the money or making sure that it has online multiplayer? What is this like? And not to say like, hey guys, we designed this game. It's not meant for online. It's couch co-op good. But no, not that. Instead, they go, oh, we're gonna think about adding it later. Let's
relax a bit. The game is on Steam as well, and it's not going to have multiplayer there either.
I meant multiplayer like co-op, not multiplayer like team deathmatch.
I know it's total multiplayer co-op, but why is everything later? Why? If just say, hey, it's never going to have it. That's it. Why like go? Oh, we're going to see how it goes, and we might implement it later. Like, why do that?
Because there's two people working on a game. I'm sorry, but it's just like
it is.
You know, back at the 360, you could put a gun to my head and ask me how many people are working on this game. I don't know, and I don't give a shit. I don't care if it's a kid's game. Enough.
When it comes down to it, he's speaking from the consumer standpoint, and that's all that should matter. Because who's buying the games? The consumer.
Who's buying it? If it is that girl that showed the game and 2 other people, I'll go there. I'll give each one $10. Give me the game.
Tiger King says they have 14 people now.
Oh shit, kid! Fucking 14. 4-player co-op. Fuck this. 4-player.
Look, I'm not saying the game absolutely needs co-op multiplayer. You know, online.
To
sell, but I'm just saying that having co-op, you know. First off, if you just, couch co-op, when I jump in a party and kids playing, I'm like, cool, man, is that any good? He's like, yeah. So, I might pick it up from my standpoint because he says it's good, if I take his word on it. So, I might pick it up on that standpoint. But then, if he was like, yo, it's co-op, buy it and play this with me, you have a better chance of word of mouth, selling more copies. Online co-op is the difference between selling 400,000 in a couple million.
I don't know how we went backwards. Everything is online. Everything is interaction online, streaming online. How are we going back to couch co-op?
Because a lot of people cried that might not be the option back in 2013.
So that's
Xbox
just
One was being
but that's just an example of listening to the minority over the majority.
Yeah,
that's Halo.
I mean, even the Crackdown developers said the same thing. They were like, there was going to be destruction on everything, but with the kickback, they actually said this. With the kickback we got in 2013, we had to kind of start over.
Yeah,
like they actually
Triggerman made a good point. How long before PC gamers hacked Cuphead and turned it into an online co-op? Facts.
Facts. Yeah. Exactly.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think that's happening. But I just want to. There was a new game announced at Gamescom. There was a couple actually.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Hey, I'm an RTS person, man. I might get down on that. Yeah. Well, it's not RTS; it's like a city builder. But I might play that.
I mean, I'm not getting it, but I just wanted to highlight.
You getting it? You get everything. Shut up.
I'm not getting it. I don't. I'm not. I'm not playing it. This is not a game I would be playing. I don't like building stuff. I don't like managing stuff. I don't like doing any of that.
Well,
stuff.
we know you don't like
shooting
we
stuff.
We didn't see gameplay, guys. We didn't see gameplay. We saw cinematic trailers.
Jurassic World. Is this only on Xbox and PC?
No, it's on it's on PlayStation and everything except Switch.
No, they said exclusive. This is coming out for Xbox.
No, it's not. It's on it's on PlayStation.
I don't think this is on PlayStation.
Yeah, it is. PS4,
I mean, if it is, I don't
Xbox.
care. But I don't think I've ever seen this on PlayStation.
No,
didn't they say exclusive before they started this trailer?
No.
World premiere exclusive of the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't care. Let that shit go anywhere they want. It go on my mobile. I don't care.
It goes. Yeah, it's a world premiere exclusive of the trailer.
And then, what about the Mars game? Is like managing Mars? Like there's this robot game or something like that.
I don't know. I fell asleep in the middle of it.
I think it's wonderful that they're putting all these games on the console without keyboard and mouse support.
Speaking of putting these games on speaking of Play Anywhere, speaking of sharing games, I watched that whole Age of Empires expecting a console release surprise and never got it, and it kind of left me with a sour taste in my mouth.
They said at E3 it was only.
Yeah, exactly. At the PC Gamer thing.
Yeah, but why Microsoft would release a PC only game and not an Xbox only game? Like, it defeats the fucking purpose.
That's
of
another.
Hence the reason why I complain.
That's another example of they don't give us anything positive to talk about.
Exactly. What's the positive to talk about? They spit on us.
I'm not really feeling Nadella, dude. This is where I'm like, okay, Xbox could be doing better. Maybe somebody would be treating this brand. Somebody else would be treating this brand better if they had it. Microsoft is just treating the Xbox brand as just like pocket change to allow your brand.
That's
and
what
I come back. We are paid subscribers.
That's what
everybody's paying on Windows 10.
That's what happens when your platform is owned by a company that makes chump change in the industry. So I mean, they don't. It's that look. Let's be real here. Microsoft could leave the Xbox division tomorrow and not give two shits. Maybe people would lose their jobs or anything, but they don't absolutely need it. They might make money, but they don't absolutely need the brand.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
but I don't know.
I think they do. If they're trying to be the center of your home entertainment system, that's
Exactly.
But how long have they been trying that push and they ain't been getting nowhere?
I mean, that's what a lot of. I mean,
think about it. Xbox people stop paying for Xbox Live.
One would say
the cash cow's gone.
One would say the whole movement to your into your TV room is the reason the Xbox is where it is now, is because they took away their core focus on the hardcore and try to appeal too much to the casual.
My thing is this though: how can you? This shit aggravates the fuck out of me. But it's like, how are you not paying attention to your hardcore, but you came out with more games at your launch than the competition that's supposed to be for the hardcore gamer?
Yeah.
And expect a hardcore gamer to pay $500.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their reveal.
I mean, yeah, the reveal is one thing.
The reveal had not one game in it.
It did. It had a bunch of games. It had Call of Duty. It had Forza.
The reveal for the console?
The reveal for the console did demonstrate a couple games.
Let me tell you where the reveal came from, okay? So the reveal came, and I keep saying, I don't want to keep talking about who the person is, but I'm talking to this person, right? He goes, look, in 2012, when we had, I think it was 2011 or 12, when we had Usher on stage, we got so much backlash, right? Yeah. Because we had, celebrities, we're talking about Connect and all this kind of shit, right? And so what we wanted to do was get all that shit out of the way. Get all the TV, all the features, everything out of the way. Also talk about games, but we want to get all that stuff out of the way because E3 is about the games. E3 is about the gamer. So their mistake was thinking that, the reveal is going to be for people who, like the electronics and shit like that, just to get that stuff out of the way. The E3 is for the games, so that's where they're going to show all games. At E3, it was nothing but games. Nothing but games.
Oh, I agree. But at the same time, it's like, look, like, it was just messaging. Messaging was horrible at that time. That's part of the reason the entire, regime change where it went to who was between Phil and Dawn? It was that chick. Who was that? What was that chick's name? She was only there for a couple months while they found before they found a replacement. Yeah. I mean, when you switch a lot of people don't take that into consideration. The way the Xbox brand is now is because they changed complete people who was running the entire brand.
Then they changed a long time now.
Then they changed the CEO of the whole company.
He's been at a while though, man. Like he's been here for this is what his third year, fourth year.
He's been in that position. He's been with Xbox forever. So like, you know what I mean?
Well,
he ain't new to this.
Been there for years.
But look, y'all got to think about this. Like, and consumers have to think about this too. All right, if you go to your boss and say, "Look, we need to start delivering games. All right, we need to start giving them games, and the games are going to come once we start delivering them games." You hit them with the quantum breaks and the Killer Instinct and the Forzas and all the other shit, right? You give them all the games, and they're not selling, right? So what your boss is going to come to you and say is, "Hey, you told me giving them games will make them come here, but you look at the competition; they don't hardly have that many games. They're banking on indies and power. We need to jump on that so we can get, we need to kind of that's what companies do. They mimic the leader, the market leader. So what you're seeing right now is not the backlash, but what you're seeing is the results of that, of a console selling how much it was with minimal games, indie games and shit like that, and a lot of power. What you're getting is an Xbox One X with a lot of power, and you're not getting that many games. You're getting like AA games and a bunch of indie games and little small games and shit like that, because they're trying to grab that market. They're trying to grab what they think people wanted, what people told them they wanted.
This is what needs to happen. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things we all feel they need to do, but what they need to do is, I feel like at the end of the day, Microsoft is the parent company to Xbox. They need to make sure that their brand is set to do whatever they need to do. And if they feel like they don't need to provide the Xbox brand, then the people over at Xbox need to get some balls, go up to the Microsoft office, knock on the door, be like, hey, you kind of need us, let us work, because if you guys ain't supporting us, we're not going to be able to, one, bring back income, show them all the shit, the perception of Xbox. They need to demand change. They need to demand funding. They need to demand demand more investments. They need to demand more financial backing, because, like I said,
they need to find another job.
As consumers, as consumers, here's the thing. This is what what they need to do is, like, we're all financially invested into Xbox. We support them. We buy games, For every game we buy, for every console we buy, every time we renew our subscriptions and whatnot, we're putting money in a pocket. They need to return that shit and put games in our pocket. So Microsoft, this is not even about Xbox anymore. It's about Microsoft not supporting that brand like they need to. You can't be the richest company in the world and being cheap with one of like the biggest consoles in the gaming industry. Like, how is that possible?
I do think that hurts the most, the fact that they're Microsoft. Like,
oh yeah, that has a complication to it. But a lot of stuff has changed just in the last 4 years. When the last 2 years has been really bad. Like they stopped making like those. They would have monthly updates and add features and add expansion. They haven't done that, and they just keep changing the UI. And it's really like even clubs and all that looking for group and stuff, like they're not even really, enhancing the Xbox Live experience online or just on the dashboard itself. Like they're really just moving stuff around and changing things for the sake of changing things. And making and now a light dashboard is supposed to be a big deal, that you make everything light instead of dark. Like it makes no sense. You're just moving stuff around. Like they're not adding features on it. We used to get monthly updates, monthly features. We haven't gotten that in the last year or so. Like they really, I feel like, are dropping a lot of the support for the Xbox in exclusives, in games, and in services. Like I feel like they have in the last year have really been bad in all those aspects.
Because they put that stuff in there and people weren't buying it. Like what Kid Spoof was saying about going in there and demanding more. You can't go into an office or go to your boss at a big company and say, I demand more, if you're not giving them a taste of what it can be if they did give you more. You know what I'm saying? Because if he gave you everything you wanted to put all these games out and you're not getting a return on that investment, he's going to tell you we're cutting everything. We're cutting some shit. That's what he's going to tell you. We're cutting some shit, and you have to deal with it.
Yeah, well, that
until you show me that we can make a profit with your way, we're going to do this my way. That's just how shit goes. That's just how it works.
Well, they're not going to make it with the moves that they're doing now. I don't think it's gonna change it with the way it's going on.
Well, I do think it'd probably be a good idea to move on to the Xbox One X topic.
Do it.
The sold out topic, kid.
Kid Smooth.
He's gone.
Leave it to Kid to mess up sometime. Yeah, has Kid not messed up in some aspect every podcast? But
his
anyway, we'll go.
Volume last week, and now he's just like.
No, I think what I messed up on? I just walked away.
Oh,
there you go.
We're ready to go on to the sold out on the Xbox One X topic.
Oh yeah, when I tried to bring that up and you guys completely nonchalant ignored it because you wanted to continue to talk about what Xbox isn't doing right. Yeah, Xbox One X. No, we touched up on that. Xbox One X sold out. And Jez said, of course it's gonna sell out, and that's just for the Project Scorpio edition. So
taking notes, I see.
No. I pay attention. The Xbox One X sold out. Gretchen, Panda, did you get yourself an Xbox One X pre-order?
I did not.
Oh my! It's not
good. No.
I'm gonna stick with my original for a while.
Oh, you have an original.
I have a feeling that's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah, just the regular Xbox One.
Oh, man. You're not interested in that Minecraft?
Nah.
Okay. All right.
Here's the thing. Do you guys think they're actually... Do you think they'll be sold out by...
But we will have one in the household, so... We will have an Xbox One X in the household.
Do I think they're going to be sold out completely? No, I think they're going to do it in waves. The pre-orders will probably... are going to open up. The day one editions are going to be, gone. I don't expect to see those floating around. The regular Xbox One X's, when do those go on like pre-order? Because I feel like all the other ones that were like advertised were like the Project Scorpio editions.
They're gonna pull a Nintendo. They're gonna do these Project Scorpios, probably sell out, have sold out, go around probably for a few weeks, and then they'll reopen pre-orders with the other Xbox.
People will run out because they feel like if they don't order right now, they won't ever get one.
Yeah, but they're gonna let the sold out narrative go. Probably for a few months.
I gotta admire the hustle.
No, it's creative. It's a Nintendo movie.
Look what Nintendo does. They do it and what's funny is they've been doing it for like 6 months.
Yeah, but I think you'll be able to walk in the holiday and pick up that thing. Like, I don't think it's flying off the shelves at $500.
Do you think? Do you guys think Xbox One is still has a chance to win NPDs?
Yes.
I
still think people underestimate how new shit sells.
Yeah, I
might not sell good.
I don't know. I think the Switch is there.
It might not sell good 3 or 4 months after it comes out, but the first couple, I do think what do you think it's going to bring in just the pre-orders, not after the game was launched, but just the people that pre-ordered to pick it up day one? How many do you think that would be?
Probably 1 million, maybe.
I think it's going to be. It depends on how much. I think anywhere from just day one. I have to look at the Xbox One launch number. I'm thinking I don't know if it's going to outdo the actual brand new console launching. So I'm thinking about 700 to 800,000.
Yeah, I think anywhere from 700,000 to 1 million.
I think it still could win Xbox as far as could win. NPD is looking at that rare Minecraft one, the Shadow of Mordor bundle, the price drop that's going to happen with the S and the Xbox One X. I think that's going to help. Push him. I think it's going to do some numbers over the course of November. Actually, over the course of October, November, and December. Even though I got Nintendo winning October. I also predicted Nintendo to win July, which I got that right. I think PlayStation is going to win next month, and in September.
No, I think Nintendo's winning next month.
No, I think.
Well, they got that Destiny bundle.
Yeah, and I think
that's what everybody's
they do got that. And I've said it a lot. Regardless of what people think, I say, Sony has Destiny to thank for one of the reasons why it's so successful this gen.
Yep, they marketed it with it. They had they took a
bet on probably one of the biggest games this generation.
Yep. And they got the Destiny bundle. The only thing I have is that you might see the PlayStation. If the PlayStation has a cool custom console like a Star Wars one that's low priced, that might really push it for November. But I really think the Switch is gonna beat everybody. Because
I don't think they're going to have the stock. To be completely honest with you, I don't think they're going to have the stock. See, it's going to come down to Black Friday. Who has the stock to sell Black Friday? Yeah. And I don't think Nintendo. I think by the time Black Friday happens, Nintendo already out of stock.
Yeah, I bet you Nintendo will hold back stock to have it released on a Black Friday. So
even if they hold back some stock for Black Friday, are they going to have the stock?
There is a new Mario game coming out.
Yeah, they better have stock with a new Mario game.
There is a new Mario game coming out at the end of October. When's the last one? Oh, Universe 2?
The game came out, 5 months ago? 5 months ago? And they still haven't fixed a stock issue? I mean, what makes you think they're going to do it in 2 more months?
Hey, there's a possibility. Who knows? But we got 2 more topics to talk about before we hit the exit button. I want to talk about the
Hold on, hit the like button first. Hit that like button.
Yeah. Hit that like button because there's too many of you people in here for us to only have 4 dislikes and 27 likes at this very moment. So, make sure, show us some love. Hit that like button. And shout out to all the people that's watching us on Mixer as well, as this was the first episode to appear on Mixer.
I did see in the chat people saying they were leaving Mixer because it was so choppy or something like that.
Was it? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. When I first was watching it, it wasn't choppy. But
it's probably not even running anymore. He hasn't been paying attention.
Yeah, but for those who were watching us on Mixer, we're going to try again. I think Mixer, the way I'm trying to do this stream stuff, it's just really inconvenient. I might just stick to YouTube until YouTube fucking commits suicide. But yes, so hit that like button. Thank you for doing that. Our topic I wanted to talk about was Rise of the Tomb Raider getting that Xbox One X patch support to run native 4K. Is actually going to have the performance options that some of you people have been asking for. Some people want that 60 frames per second option. The Xbox One X will have it, and they have the high the native 4K option, which they revealed the game looks even better.
I think it's awesome for people who stream and stuff like that, and people who like to watch streams. I'm not particularly in the wheelhouse either way. I'm just not into watching somebody else play a game. I'd rather play it myself. But I think it's awesome for those who do.
I thought we were talking about Tomb Raider.
Yeah. We were talking about Tomb Raider.
My fault.
I was talking about Mixer earlier because there was people watching us on Mixer.
My bad.
I had this stream running on Mixer, but now we're talking about I just wanted to give them a quick shout out. But I wanted to talk about the native 4K Tomb Raider, since Xbox One X can't do native 4K to some folks. So.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care.
Well, there's 3 options. There's going to be the native 4K one, which they didn't say what the frames are going to be on that one.
It's going to be 30.
But oh yeah, it's probably going to be 30. And then there'll be the performance with the 60 and probably a little bit lower resolution. I saw some people making some comparisons between the PC, PlayStation 4 Pro, which I don't know if that Pro was running at the 4K mode. It might have been running. It looked a little blurry.
Yeah, it looked blurry.
Might have been yeah. I don't know if it's that blurry because it is kind of like checkerboard or whatever the hell it's doing. But yeah, it looks good on the X, and this is what I know. Microsoft said they're not going to do this, and they're really making the community kind of set the narrative for them, but doing the comparisons like they're not going to do this. But this is the kind of stuff that they need, especially when you're releasing a console that's the most expensive one this holiday. You want to see the differences. You want to see what you're paying for, and this is great. They should. It definitely looks sharper. Whether it's $500 more, like $100 more than competition. That's everybody's own decision, but it looks definitely you can see it, and you see it on the phone, see it on I've seen the difference with it, but it's good. But if you again the hardcore, and this thing I'm gonna say too is like when you're looking at these games, yes, it looks good, but it's still the same game. Right. That if you played it already. Like I'm gonna tell you,
you know what's crazy? That if you played it already, I ain't gonna lie. I played the base game I just beat it on a Pro. I beat it on PC. I beat it on Xbox. But there's those expansions that I did not touch yet.
Well,
that gives me a reason to go back to it. So I'm definitely
that's good.
Yeah, looking forward to that. So
that is good.
I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Every time I hear 4K, I roll my eyes. I'll pass.
Yeah, because Gaming Addict is still on the.
I'm playing Escapist 2. What makes you think I give 2 shits about?
Yeah, speaking of Escapist 2, me and Attic just released a review on the Attic is Smooth reviews. We talked.
Someone did want you to go more into detail about the whole review process.
Yes. All right. So I'm not even sure if I'm sold on the name, but me and Attic, there's going to be a set of games that we review together. Obviously, we can't. What the? I'm sorry about the background, but there would be a phone in my room. Hold on one moment.
Sex line.
This is the second time he's messed up in the podcast.
We're gonna hear the message. Wait, hold on.
Yep, I'm definitely on that 1080 peasantcy, man.
All right, there we go. Oh my god. All right, so yeah, so we're starting this review process where obviously not every game that we review would be together. Obviously, only games that we both have. Hence why there was a Lost Legacy review by me, but we just did the Escapist 2. We both enjoyed the game. It's available as of today for $20. We replayed it on the PC, and then we just got it on the Xbox today. So we'll be doing some more streams to that once I can get these streams set up correctly. We also got to do Gigantic, which we're going to be doing that soon. Recore as requested.
Recore now.
Sunset Overdrive definitely as soon as he finishes that, and so we'll be doing those dual reviews. Hopefully we can do 1 to 2 games a week if we can do that. So, but
I do have a question. Ask the chat real quick. Would you guys prefer a live one or pre-recorded? Because me and Kid are on the fence about that. But while you guys put that in the comment section, we can move on with the
last conversation. There's one more topic I want to talk about. Shout out to King Los for hitting up Phil Spencer. He was asking Los was asking Phil Spencer about Fable, and he asked him, is the franchise dead? I wish I had the tweet, man. So he asked him, is the franchise dead, or will there be another Fable game? Phil Spencer replied saying not dead. So meaning not dead doesn't really mean much. It's just not. Right. It's not dead. Obviously, they just released a card game, which bears the Fable name. Will we see another Fable game? I don't know. Do you guys want to see a new Fable game? And if you do, what do you want to change about it? What new do you want to see from a Fable game?
I think we talked about this last week as far as the Fable, but I agree. Like, I would rather have something that's like deep story, like kind of serious a little bit. Like I haven't been a fan of this like kind of quirky funny type stuff. With
it's
that
like
game.
Fable's always been a serious game, but it was always towards the main story. You know what's going on in the environment,
right?
But you know, it was that British humor that was put in every town. You know, your expression system. You know, just about everything. But you know, there's a lot of aspects that you would lose if you took that British humor out. But I feel like if you made it more dark, grimy, you know, really emphasize the choice system, because I feel like that's what makes Fable is, you know, your cause and effect. Make that really emphasize that, really go times that by like 100, and you know, I feel like that is what the franchise needs, because I feel like if you brought back that British humor, exactly what Fable was, it'll, you know, its loyal fans will adapt to it, but I don't think anyone new will pick it up.
Right, that's what I think. So
yeah, I like the combat in Fable. I thought it was cool, the mechanism where you had the magic, similar to magic, and then the weapons and stuff like that.
I want a Witcher battle system. Not exactly the Witcher, but I want an inspired Witcher battle system for the Fable.
I mean,
yeah, it's amazing how we have not had a Fable for the new generation of Xbox.
That's why I have a very strong hatred towards Fable Legends, because it ruined it.
See, here's the thing. I don't think Fable Legends ruined it. My favorite Halo game, not Halo, my favorite Fable game.
it was Fable Journey, wasn't it?
No, my favorite Fable game was the Fable game that was canceled. That was Fable Legends. Fable Journey, I tried it, thought it was cool for the Kinect. The other Fables I tried to get into, you know what I mean? It took me a while to appreciate and try to get into RPGs, whether it be JRPGs or even Western RPGs. They just weren't doing it for me. I need games to get up and start like immediately. I don't want to have to work my way into it. Fable Legends, I enjoyed it for many different reasons. For its 4-player co-opness, it's the way that it used the Unreal Engine. It was a beautiful, gorgeous game. I can imagine that game with HDR. Oh my god, that game. It's even though it was headed for that MOBA style, it wasn't quite fully a MOBA, and so I felt like with a little bit more work and a little bit more direction, the game could have been a gem, and it should have been one of the heavy hitters of 2017. But quite frankly, it wasn't. And hopefully they do something with the assets, because I don't understand how you build a game that's damn near done and then throw it in the garbage. Like, yeah,
I agree. But you know, I feel like they need to take those assets and make a new IP, because I don't want those assets being what makes a reboot of Fable, because I feel like that's too colorful. Those assets.
Oh my god, man!
Would you not agree, Jazz and Psycho?
No, it looked really good.
No, they look really nice, but it's like a bright aspect. It's really light. You know, all the characters they really shine. Like I want a dark, grimy Fable.
I don't want no damn dark, ashy ass dim game.
Gears of War Fable.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want a more serious tone. Like I don't feel like the Fable Legends characters and those character models can be serious tone. They were designed to be playful.
So you like looking for like a Horizon Zero Dawn type Fable? Like
I mean, kind of.
Like
in a way, like it's like I said, if I were to pick someone to make a Fable game, it would be CD Projekt Red, because I feel like their game
was bright.
Well, but it was a serious tone. It wasn't designed to be playful.
Yeah, even Sea of Thieves too. Like, it's playful looking, and even like State of Decay, it's grimy, but it's still cartoony. It's not like what Dead Rising is. You know, they do
Holy shit.
You know?
Sorry, guys. John Jones just got.
Yeah. I didn't bring it up, but
wow. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep
what happened, John Jones?
John Jones got his belt took.
Really?
He was on steroids.
Yeah. I saw that coming.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen.
I missed someone Fable.
Wow. I did see someone in the comment section ask the panel, "Are we going to get Anthem?"
Yes,
oh yeah,
more of it. Like
hell yeah,
I'm getting it.
Downgrade and all, I'm sure.
Shout out to Tiger King. Tiger King asked, "How many games have I beaten so far this year?"
I knew you were going to answer that. I knew.
Just to give you guys an update, let me pull up my list.
There it is.
Yeah, you better put that on the screen. I got
no, because it's on my phone. It's not. It's like not on my like. Yeah, it's on my phone. I keep it. I'm at 32 games beat this year, thanks to Uncharted Lost Legacy. I'm on pace to do just over 50. And my goal for this year for Xbox Gamer Score, my goal is to get up to crack 90,000 gamer score total and to get 1 or 2 platinum trophies on PlayStation, and now I feel like accomplished.
And the you know, to come back to the John Jones briefly, what sucks is he could have beat DC without that shit.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But you know, when it comes down to it, we'll go back to the Fable thing. I just, you know, I don't mind the British humor coming back, but my thing is I want them to make a game that ensures me the franchise lives.
Do you think that's one of the games that he said that he signed for like 2 to 3 years?
I don't think it's that, but I know they do have something with Fable, because people wanted to buy Lionhead Studios, but they wanted Fable with it, and they said no. You don't not make money if you're going to shut down the studio and not make use the Fable brand again.
Yeah, but Microsoft also fucking renewed Scalebound's freaking trademark, and they're not going to use that again. It's whatever.
Fable,
I got a question for you guys.
Is an established brand, though.
I got a question I've been thinking of. Do you think Crackdown is going to get canceled?
Crackdown get canceled.
They can't cancel that right now.
Not right now.
No, it'll get canceled. It'll get canceled in
My
February.
speculation is that he will announce a new game, or a mist of all, like Sea of Thieves coming out, State of Decay, all those games coming out. I think somewhere in between all the good news, they might cancel Crackdown.
They are done if they cancel Crackdown.
I don't think they're done if they cancel Crackdown.
I don't think nobody's going to fuck with them.
As far as perception, but
I do want to say something that I completely agree with. King Law says that Fable should be on talking terms with Halo, Gears, and Forza. It should. It should be one. It should be one of those things where, like, I'm tired of Fable, Gears, Forza, and Halo. I'm tired of these 4 games.
Yeah.
So,
but if I feel like after the delay, I felt like wow. Because, you know, the last, you know, Xbox games to get delayed were both canceled. I feel like it's a possibility, but I would be in complete, utter shock if a new game for 2018 wasn't announced and, like, shown before that cancellation was to happen.
I don't think it's getting canceled.
I think they can't cancel that shit.
I think they might launch that trash, like, if it is, you know, like, really bad, really formatted. But I'm really, really, really worried about the multiplayer now, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's not ready. The multiplayer's not ready.
For some reason, I feel like they want to cancel the whole game because the multiplayer is
exactly.
What they said.
That's my thoughts exactly, because they kind of
they want to cancel the whole game because it was you probably needed you to be all online always. And
think about it.
They've said that from the start. It had to be online only.
If you're saying how your boss comes in and saying no profit already, Crackdown, whenever they do show it, if it looks the same, it already has such negative publicity because what was shown at E3 has really gave it a negative stigma. You haven't even shown the multiplayer yet, which it seems like it's not functional right now because they had avoided the 4-player co-op and multiplayer talk during E3. They had not shown it. They didn't even mention it during their Sunday kind of talk. They didn't even talk about it at all. And I wonder what the Gamescom demo is because I haven't seen anything on it. I've seen a poster for it. Is it even playable at Gamescom? And if it is,
the exact same thing that was
the same demo.
They literally did nothing but bring everything from E3. They probably didn't even pack E3 trucks. They just flew that over there.
So, like, it kind of makes me think that, you know, this game, it's not coming out spring 2018, definitely. It's going to be delayed or canceled.
Now, here's the question. Do you think they're going to delay that and try to use that as another November title next year?
Yes.
I hope not. Because I would buy it. I would not. But I would not. I don't think I would buy it because I don't see Crackdown as a fall title. It's not a blockbuster. It's not a holiday blockbuster.
Playable. Yeah, Tiger King says it's playable at Gamescom, but is it the same demo or is it a better demo? Because I know Phil said they'll have a better demo there. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, they're doing a good damn job of hiding it.
Well, exactly, they are. That's the problem.
When it comes down to it, dude, you know, it is getting delayed. It did get delayed till next year.
Oh, he said that.
But I'm never going to say it should have came out this year. You will never hear those words come out of my mouth. You know, it made this year worse for the Xbox, but they were taking that L for 2017 anyway. You might as well at least try to save the Crackdown brand and delay it.
Yeah.
Because I do think it coming out this year. I mean, if you did that, not only does it compete with multiplats, but it competes with that aspect that it has something to prove because of the X.
Yeah, that's true. But who knows? You know what I mean? I'm at the end of the day. Like I said, how many times could one talk about this? I feel like, hopefully there's something new that comes out, but I'm looking forward to hopefully they make the best of 2017 with the games they got. Hopefully the fan appreciation stuff that they do in November is much better. Maybe there's some surprises here and there, which I doubt there is, but I'm looking forward to picking up my Xbox One X. I might surprise myself and get that Minecraft bundle as well.
How do you surprise yourself?
Because it might be an impulse buy. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like, what's this $400 charge on my credit card?
It's like he closes his eyes and just buys it off Amazon. I have no clue where that money went.
Yeah, and then he calls up his credit card company and disputes the charge. Like, I didn't bought that. What are you talking about?
And then it shows up and he's like, I'm surprised.
Yeah. The thing is, like I said, we all know.
What's in this box?
We all know Xbox didn't have the greatest year. I mean, I don't really care.
Well, the year's not done yet.
We know what's ahead. We know what everything is ahead. There's no new games that it needs a release date now. So,
what? PUBG needs a release date?
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
So what's going on with that? When do you think that's coming out? December?
PUBG is coming out probably.
When it's ready,
it's probably gonna randomly show up in game preview one of these days.
It'll be like a tweet coming out tomorrow.
Before we close out, because I know we're about to get there, someone did something good in the comment section. One gotta go: Halo 6, Gears 5, or Forza 4, Horizon 4.
Wait, you said what?
One gotta go: Halo 6, Gears 5, or Forza Horizon 4.
Gears 5.
Horizon.
No way. That game is good. Horizon 3, man, is the only thing that lasted.
You know what? I'm gonna say Horizon 4. You know why? Because they had Horizon 2, which was the best racing game of that year, and they had Horizon 3, which is considered the best racing game of all time. Man. You can only go worse from there. So I'm not. I'd rather Horizon die on top than
Horizon 3 lasted in NPDs longer than Gears and Halo did.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's more for it. That's more of a reason why we should get a fourth one.
Gears 5 better be a lot better than Gears 4. That's all I can say.
Man, but yeah. But yeah, like I said, the thing is, one thing I wanted to point out, because we were watching a video, or Attic was watching a video for somebody. A lot of people. The thing is, there's a complaint that non-Xbox gamers give to Xbox. They treat Xbox fans as if they're the worst fanboys to exist, and I totally disagree with that notion. Because I tell myself this: if I find myself in an argument with you over the internet for more than 24 hours, you have a problem. So the thing is,
I mean, but here's the thing, you're arguing with them too, so
no. But the thing is,
your fault.
It's pretty much But the thing is, I'm arguing for the sake of we can do this all day. You can do it, but the thing is, the fact that you want to engage and you are actively engaging with it is me. I can reply back one word stuff or a GIF. But and people come back with freaking paragraphs and I can't stand you. I had somebody give up on an argument with me and just resort to say I flip burgers. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But the thing I don't like is that people they'll take a look at some people in the Xbox community. And then they'll be like, you know what? I don't like the Xbox community of this. I don't like the Xbox fans because they don't call out Xbox for this and that and the third, and they group us all together under one umbrella, and that is not fair. I understand, and I do resonate with the folks that go onto YouTube, Twitter, and whatnot, and all they hear is people criticizing Xbox. So don't blame that person for wanting to hear some good news about it. There is good news about it that exists, and I used to feel that way. I was like, and I can't stand when people come at me and say, "Oh, you need to be like this person. You need to be like that person. You need to be level-headed. You need to do this because this person criticizes." It's like, no, I don't. For every 10 people you listen to that criticize the Xbox, why do you need the 11th person, me, to do the same exact thing? Like, it makes no sense. I don't do the same videos as a content creator A or B because they're already doing that. I'm going to do what I do. And I'm sorry to close out the show with that rant. It's just that some of the things I think that Xbox content creators get and Xbox fans get is kind of unwarranted and it's unfair. And I think some of these people need to be realistic. I'm sorry that everybody doesn't want to come together in prayer to hate the Xbox. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to lead that charge.
I'm done with you right now.
I mean, it's the hive mentality, though. I mean, that's what I feel like. So...
It's the thing is that I remember when Xbox launched and we were doing that, the PlayStation people had no games. They had indies and the 1080p, right. And they were like drones. And it's like, well, wait, we got Last of Us and all these, and they kept getting remasters. And the thing is that people were like, you're just drones, you're Sony ponies. What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you went there where we're playing the games over here? And they wouldn't break down and switch over there. But what they're trying to do now is they're trying to get everybody to hate on Xbox and just say, like, now you have a couple of games on Sony's platform that is relevant, that actually good. And I think the thing that really turned everything was Horizon Zero Dawn. It was a new IP, it got universal praise, and for whoever that game is, that's the game that gave everybody their balls dropped. And all of a sudden now they're like, okay, now you got to come over to this side. And the thing is that you could be an Xbox fan and be critical of it, but still want the company to do well and not just to destroy it. I look at it as if you look at a sports fan. Football season's coming. Go to Cleveland Browns fans. It's like, how can you be a Cleveland Browns fan? And people are just like, I am. And also too, you look at your team. You're critical of your team. You're critical of who they put in, who they select, who they draft. That doesn't make you a hater of your team. You still root for your team.
Yeah.
So
what's crazy? I'm sorry to interrupt. Because somebody told me on Twitter that supporting Xbox and being a fan of Xbox is bad for the gaming industry because I'm supporting bad business practices. As my years on this earth,
everybody's a fucking business major.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, they're brainwashed this much to actually believe some nonsense like that. Like, it's like I'm a fan of the most hated NFL team ever. I'm a New England Patriots fan. I'm from New England, right? And I have nobody
Giants fan. I'm a Giants fan. So therefore, you probably shouldn't even talk to me because
I probably shouldn't. You know what I mean? But I don't mind you people like you so well. Because at the end of the day, you're either bad, or you're either very bad, or you're average. And when you're average, you win the Super Bowl, but you're bad most of the time. So
I got two hats. I'm so happy.
But
no, man, I know. But it's just it. But you gotta look at everybody is armchair like experts, and people are abusive online. And I think Doc Cupcake had a great little video thing just talking about the hate that people get, and it's not fair to do that just because of one console to another, and it's not. Like, that's not a reason to do that. And, where you want to bring Kumbaya, I see, that's where you Kumbaya. We want to be in a gaming community and not just be this kind of fragmented thing, like, haves and have-nots and all this other stuff. Like, it's a hobby and it should be fun. But you do go into forums and see, like, even camera forums. I'm big into cameras. You got Sony cameras versus Nikon and Canon, and those guys fight. Like on forums, Canon got these lenses. Nikon.
Let's not even go into sports.
I'm telling you, man. And sports and cameras, it's all there. Android versus iPhone.
Yeah.
It should be just in fun, and it shouldn't turn into hate. No.
There's people who truly, have emotional hate for the content. And people, believe it or not, a lot of people think I hate PlayStation or I hate it, and I actually don't. They confuse my praise for Xbox as me criticizing
damage control.
What's funny is you just bought Lost Legacy before it even came out.
I will always probably have it's really stupid. People pay attention to what they want to pay attention to, and people. The crazy thing is, people say I'm like this crazy Xbox fanboy and stuff like that. And I feel like I'd like to say, as far as when it comes to gaming and stuff like that, when it comes to being a fan, I'm pretty much average. I could be doing a lot more. I could be doing a whole lot more as far as if to claim king fanboy or anything like that. But I don't mind. I like my Xbox, and I hate when people telling me. I just hate people telling me what and what I should not like. You know what I mean? What I should and should not play. What and what I should enjoy. I sat there and purposely praised Recore for getting a definitive edition. Ooh, did I ruffle some feathers? People were upset. I'm like,
oh, you even mentioned Recore and fun game in the same sentence, and people are coming at you. They doing the that at sign's coming, man. It's coming real fast.
Well, hey, remember when somebody criticized Zelda? Like, if you criticized Zelda, oh my God, like you were done. Like, if you said anything.
Kiss Move, you got to call your boys out on this one, man.
What's up?
You got to take your boys to Weapon Wheel Court on this one.
What's up?
Because I got all this shit about, when I said about the media bias and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So they're saying there is no media bias. There's no such thing as that. It is what it is. But at the next podcast, it was, people are praising Nintendo because they got childhood
nostalgia
memories. Yeah, nostalgia. Wouldn't that be biased?
That is media bias. It's biased.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what the fuck?
Yeah, here's the thing. Some of them do not know, because I caught Heart 8 in the similar situation when they were trying to discuss spoilers, right? They all freaking
strange, and he just
completely agreed
like hell
that if you tell somebody even a lie about a game, like a spoiling, like say if I said, Marcus Phoenix dies at the end of Gears of War 4, they said that's a spoiler, even though it doesn't happen.
He didn't. Yeah,
it's still a spoiler. So
that's hilarious.
And it was like no. They made such a big gripe about it being a spoiler because everybody thinks I spoiled Horizon Zero Dawn.
That is hilarious.
So I think Jack Move brought up Life is Strange or something like that. And
he said he was buying
he said, are you buying the game with the girl with the trouble with daddy problems? And I'm like, spoiler alert. I mean, like that's a spoiler. Like what the fuck? I was like, and he was like, that's not a spoiler. It's like,
notice like
by your definition, that's a spoiler.
Normally, Heart 8 tries to joke his way out of a scenario. He just changed the whole fucking subject.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it happens. I do need to be more on my toes, more live on a podcast, and sometimes I'd be a little bit overwhelmed to catch.
You need more support on that podcast, man.
It's like I said, it's easy to do when you're in the heat of a conversation. Sometimes you say shit you don't think.
Right.
But I mean, it's like I said before we leave out here. Like, look, this entire panel is very passionate. They, the Xbox brand, it's their preferred platform. I play my Xbox at least once a day. Regardless if it's playing some whack game you guys have never heard about like Escapist 2 or playing Recore, some game that all you guys thinks is whack. I enjoy the brand. I've been part of this brand for years, and Fable is what got me into this brand, and Halo kept me on the brand. So I'm not trying to talk down to the brand. I just want the brand to compete. That's all.
Yeah. But I'm gonna let you guys do your outro so we can get out of here. We're approaching 2 hours, man. I'm sorry for those the MP3 for out. I did not upload episode 10 to iTunes. I will upload that bad boy tonight, and then this will be uploaded shortly after. So expect both episode 10 and episode 11 on SoundCloud and iTunes tonight. I want to thank you guys for watching us and joining this podcast live. We're gonna see you guys next Tuesday. I'm gonna try to get Mixer on and popping as well. Yeah, go do your outros, guys.
All right, thank you guys for coming and watching. It's definitely appreciative. This podcast gets a lot of support, and I appreciate it. Me and Kid both appreciate it. Especially, I do 2 podcasts. It's not easy to do 2 podcasts, but you guys come out. I see the same names supporting both my podcasts. I really do appreciate that. Definitely tune into the Iron Lords podcast every Sunday at 1 p.m. on the Inner Circle Network. And because I do want to say that I want to see some panda emojis. So continue. Panda emojis. Put that in the draw.
Fine one.
What's up, y'all? This is Cycle, the lawyer of Xbox, and just thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, catch me on Twitter.
Hey, thanks everybody. This is Jez. I'm a Jez7780 on Twitter. Follow me over there. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out, listening to us. Let's just enjoy gaming. Now we could be critical of both companies and still be fans.
Yes.
And I'm Panda, as always. You can find me on Twitter. I've been on Xbox a little bit more lately. I've had a little bit more time. So you can catch me on there under the same name, FS Panda, FTW.
Panda.
And yeah, thanks for having me.
Panda. Panda, you need a longer outro than that. Panda.
I don't know what else to say.
Some background music.
I was quiet this podcast because I kind of jumped in late.
He said, "Catch me outside."
I was quiet in this podcast. I came in a little late. Apologize for that. But hopefully pretty soon, when busy, then I can be here a little bit more often.
Your presence is always appreciated.
Hashtag Panda.
As long as we get those the panda emojis in there and whatnot.
Hashtag Panda.
Yeah.
No, when she wasn't here at the beginning of the podcast, I saw a couple panda emojis.
Yeah, it's like, where's Panda?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, but once again, thank you guys for watching Planet Xbox episode 11. We'll see you guys next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and add this playlist to your YouTube playlist and notifications and whatnot, okay? It's Kid Smooth. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. Peace. What are you laughing at?
Chris put that statement right when you were doing your outro.
Awesome.